we're going to be looking at doing this solid geometry here of this cone on top of this disc. You'll see that I've got a lot of points that I've labeled. What I'm going to try and show is that although you've labeled all the points, you don't necessarily need to write the numbers when you come to do the other views that you are needing. There are some key points that I would suggest that you put in and then just count and make sure that you've got the right number of points for the rest. Right, I'm going to zoom out here. Let's get this drawing board in the right place so that you guys can see what I'm doing, and off we go. Right, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the top view of this. Right, there's my eagle looking down at it. I wouldn't go about drawing that first disc first. I know that the first thing that I'm going to see is this cone, so get that out of the way, draw that in, and then you'll be able to see what is hidden detail and what's not. Right, start with the cone. First thing of any pyramid or cone is to drop the apex in. So we're going to drop that down. We're going to take our pair of dividers, measure off the distance to the center over there, where O is, find O, go down to the new XY axis, drop it in there, and you can label that as O. That's an important point. The next point that I'm going to suggest you look at, or the next 4 points that I'm going to look at, are this number A. All right, there's number A. Go over here to where number A is. Drop a line coming down from A. The other one on the other side is G, so drop that down as well. So drop that down into the, what am I doing? There's G, drop that down into the image, okay? You can see that A and G are on the same line, so if I mark that off over there, you should find that A, G, and 0 are all on the same line. So there's A over there, G will be over there, okay, and 0 is over there. Once I've got that in place, the next 2 points that I would suggest that you do are J and D. Put those into the drawing. Find J and D, that's coming off this point over here. It's in the center. I'm going to use the red over there. Make sure that you've got J and D. There's J. Find it over here. Pop it in there. Mark it off. There is J over there. And then D, take that measurement over there, come down to the XY axis, mark it off over there, and there's D. Right, what I would suggest you do before you do anything else, just draw a construction line across here and check that this distance between J and D is exactly the same. If you find that you've got something different, you've got a problem, all right? That distance over there should be exactly the same as that distance over there. If you've got something different, go back, check, and make sure that you have got that measurement correct. You can see that I placed that first point in the wrong place. There is J. If I go back over here, there it is, swing it around, and D is exactly the same distance. Check that for yourself. This distance between G and A, okay, that should be exactly the same. Right, those 4 points in place. We can now drop the other points down quite easily, and let's just do that. It's this B and L over here. Drop that down in there. This over here, C and K, drop that down. There we go, this one and that one. Right, let's have a look and see what we actually need to get over here. I'm going to take this measurement from L, accurately measure that, make sure that's absolutely perfect. Find L, drop it down, mark off L over there. There is L. Once we find L, the next measurement that I'm going to do is K. Accurately measure, really, really accurate, because it's going to influence everything that you do from now on. K, find K, drop it down into the drawing, accurately measure that point off, and you can see that I've got point K, L, A, L, K, and J. Right. It's a circle, so if I come to this point over here, take L, swing it round, make a mark on the other side. I know that there's a mark on the other side. Go to K over here, swing it round, mark it off over there. You can see that I've got my circle forming over here. You can see the points that I'm getting. There it is, going around to A, ding, 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 ding. And now if I take these lines across over here, I can find that point over there. 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 And I've transferred all the points that I need in order to draw that circle. Right, what are we going to see? Well, I need to just draw in just a little bit of a construction line going around here. Just get that elliptical shape in there as fast as you can. And then I'm going to go to my point O over here, and I'm going to slide it until it just touches that ellipse that I've got over there. And I can draw in a line going over there, draw in a line, making a tangent to the other side over here. There we go. And obviously this part over here is going to be done in dark, and that part in there is going to be done as hidden detail. Take your pencil and draw that in nice and quickly and easily, just linking up those little dots that you've got. Note the little construction line that I made with little dots just helps me to make sure that everything is in place, and I have got hidden detail which is going to come around over there. Right, that is my cone done. Next story is to do the disc part of this thing, and the same story is going to apply for that. I'm going to be taking 1 and 7 and 4 and 10 and putting those into the drawing, and we can continue like that. All right, continuing here, I'm going to transfer point number 1, take that down, there's point number 1, drop it down into the image, and you'll see that it is in the same line as A, 0, and G. So from there, I should actually be able to find point number 1 over there. There's point number 1. And over here, point number 7 is also in line, so there is point number 7 on that side. Right, let's continue. I'm going to get point number 10. Okay, there's point number 10. Accurately measure that over there, bring that down, place that in the drawing very accurately. There is point 10 over there. Measure off very accurately going across to this point over here. 4 over there. Bring that down into the drawing. Bring it down to the XY axis. Mark it off. There's point 4. Check that distance from point 4 is the same as the distance to point 10, and you can see that I have got an issue here. Let's just get that right. Point 4 going around to point 10, and it is exactly the same, so I know that those 2 points are good. Right, next thing that I'm going to do, same story as I did the last time. I'm going to drop some lines down from 2 and 3 and 4, I've got already, so 2 and 3, I've got those 2 lines, and 5 and 9, and 6 and 8 over here. All right, and from those lines, I can now draw in the points that I need. So I'm going to measure off very accurately the distance from 2. I just need to find 2 over here. Accurately measure off. There's that line coming down from 2. Accurately measure off from 2. Come down over here. There's 2 over there. Drop that down into the drawing. Mark that off very accurately. 2. Let's go to 3. Measure off the distance very accurately from 3. Get that absolutely precise. Find 3 over here, drop it down into the drawing, mark off point 3. Okay. And from there, I can then do the same story again. I'm going to take that measurement from 2 to the axis, swing it round, and I end up with a mark on the other side. Point 3 to that axis over there, swing that round, mark that off, and I've got another point over there. Once I've got those points, I can then start taking those across into this view. I have a line coming across over here. Let's just draw that across. Number 3, what is on the opposite side of 3? Okay, there is 3 coming across to 5. Where is point 5? There is point 5 coming down. That would be point 5. Point 2, take a line coming across from point 2. Point 2 is in line with point 6. There is point 6 over there, coming down over here. There is point 6 over there. Okay, and there's point 7. So there are those lines coming around over there. Once I've got that, same story over here. I can come along here, draw some lines coming across from that point and from that point. And I should be able to locate these points there. That's the one point that I need. And the other point is over there. Let me just put those points in a little bit darker so you can see them. There's point 7, there, 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 there. And point 10 is up over there. Right, once I've got that, I can then do little dotted lines going around between these points, just give me an indication as to where that disc is. Okay, that elliptical disc that I've got over here. Just draw that in. Little dots help you just to recognize where it is. And I know that my eagle can see that disc over there. Nothing is in the way of it, so I can then draw that in as a dark disc straight away. Let's draw it in. As clearly as you possibly can. You can do it with French curves, or you can do it freehand if you are good enough with your freehand. Right, there's my disc done. The second disc that I need is this one of 13, 14, etc. So I'm going to drop those lines down to find that. Okay, if we look at this, I want to get that second disc underneath it. I can see that all of these points over here, they are all point views, okay? And I know that if I've got point views, it means that what I'm going to end up over here with is parallel lines to the XY axis. So I've got number 1 going to 13. If I drop a line coming down from 13 and I draw a little line coming out from number 1, I will find point number 13. Number 2 and 14, well, if I go to number 14 over here, drop a line down, number 2 and 14, there is point number 14. You can see the idea of number 24 is linked up with number 12, and you will be able to find that point over there. Okay, let's continue over here. 15 and 23. Let's drop a line down from there, 15 and 23. And I think you can see how I'm going to get that point over there. It's linked up with that. And that point over there. It's linked up with that. Number 10 would be linked up with number 16. All right. And at the end of the day, what have I got? I've got a line that I can draw over there, and I'd end up with my little disc coming around over here, coming around over here. There you go. I haven't done this one yet. 4 coming out over here to that point over there, line coming in there, and dick, 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 dick. And I can draw in this arc coming around over there. I need to find these points over here. Drop a line down over here. Drop a line down over here. And I can find that point over there. I can find that point over there. I can find haven't drawn the line coming down over here yet. That point over there. And at the end of the day, what have I got? I've got lines coming around over here. Tick, 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 tick. Coming around over there. And that's going to link up with this point over here. That point over there. And that point over there. This over here is going to be in hidden detail coming around over here, and that's very easy to do. And there's your top view complete. Okay, we're now going to look at the left view of this. If I'm standing on the left-hand side, the first thing that I'm going to be able to see is the base of this thing, so I'm going to transfer those points across into my left view. I'm going to transfer 4 points. Okay. Over here, it would be 13 over there that I'm needing. Come down over here, find number 13, bring it across and pop it into the drawing. Mark that off very accurately as point number 13. You'll see that 13 and 19, they are on the same line, so I can just drop a line coming straight down there, and I can find point 19 at the base. There is 19. Once I've got 19 and 13, the next 2 points that I need would be this number 22 over here. Measure that incredibly accurately. Find 22 over here, bring it across, mark that off over there. There is 22. And I can then measure off across to the other side. That would be 16 on the other side. Measure that very accurately as well. Find where 16 is, bring it across, and pop it into the view over there. There is 16. Do that little check thing again, that you have got those points in the right place. There is the axis. I should find that from 22 to that axis over there is the same as for 16. If you're not getting that, just check, 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 and make sure that you are getting the exact measurement there. Right, once I've got that in place, I'm going to transfer another 2 points, and then I can probably get along and do the rest of this thing. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to measure off point number 24. Go down over here, measure that off very accurately over here. There is point number 24. The next point is point number 23. Find that, point number 23, go over here, bring it across very accurately, place that in over there. There is point number 23. Once I've got those points, I can swing them around this axis over here as accurately as you possibly can. That point, swing that around the axis over there. And I can then drop those points into the view. I've got a point that would be over there. Bring that across. I've got a point that would be over there. Dropping that down. Point over there. Drop that down. And I've got a point over there. And you can see that ellipse that I can draw there. Just do little dots in between those points to get that ellipse in perfectly.
For second break notices.
Continuing here, you can see that I've managed to draw in that disc over there at the base. I need to draw in this disc over here, which is on the opposite side. I can obviously see this line 113, so I'm going to have a point at number 1. I can take that straight across over here. Let's just draw that across from point 1 going across there. And I know that my point 1 will be over there. There is point 1. You can see I've got a point view, which means that I've got a line that would be parallel to the XY axis. Right, let's do the next one. 24. Let me just do all of these lines. There and there. Let's have a look and see what I would be looking at over there. That's 24 and 14. Okay, I'm going to take that across to line 2 and it's on the other side of 2 and 12. So there we go. I've got 0.2 and 12. Okay, let's just have a look. There's 12. Sorry, that would be 12 over there, and that would be 0.2 over there. All right, let's do the next two over here. Line coming up over here. There and there. And you can probably see that I've got a line that's going to come across from those points over there. That would be, there's 0.3 coming across, that would be 0.3. Okay, and obviously on this other side, I've got another point there. I've got these 2 points over here, there, and I'll just get my ruler to behave itself. There we go, take that across, and what am I looking at there? I need these points over here. Sorry, let's just find these points. Sorry, there we go, those 2 points over there, 4 and 10. There we go. So I've got 1, 2, 3. That would be number 4, and 10 would be over there and over there. Right, I can straight away draw in a line going over there because it's the edge of the disc, and a line going over there as the edge of the disc, and I can draw in little dots going around just to get that shape in. Right, I'm obviously going to have these points over here, which I can then drop around and down to the bottom. I need to find the rest of the circle. I have got number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I need to find 0.5. Let's take that across. 0.5. That would be 0.5 over there. And obviously on the other side would be another point over there. Six and 8. That across. Where is 0.5? We said that that was 0.5. Take this across. 6, 8 over there. And point number 7. I'm going to take that across. And point number 7 will be on the same line as point number 1 over there. So there is point number 7. I know that this part over here would be done in hidden detail. I'm just going to do the little dotted line first, just to get it in place. There it is. And I can do that part in hidden detail over there. And this part on the top is going to be a solid line coming around over there. And there is the disc that I'm going to be able to see. I now need to draw in the A, B, C, D, and E, F, G story, and that I will do now. Right, finishing this thing up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a 45-degree line story. I'm going to take a construction line coming across from my XY axis. It intersects with this XY axis over here, and I can take my 45-degree set square, place it at that corner, draw a line in over here at 45 degrees, which means that I can transfer information straight from this view over here across into this view. Note, I've got point 0, and I've got point A, and I've got that point over there, which would be whatever that is, G over there. And I can take that up into my view over here. Let's get this the right way around. Take that up over here. And I can mark off, there is point 0 over there. I can mark off point A. And I can mark off point G down at the base over there. There's point G. I've got point A over there. And once I've got that, I'm going to then continue taking these points across. Let's go with L over here. I'm going to take L across from there to the 45 and take that up into my drawing. Take that up over here. Let's find point L. There is point L over there. I'm going to take that across, and there is my point L on my drawing over there. There is point L. Okay, the next point that I'm going to take is point K. Let's take that across and take point K up. Let's find point K over here. There is point K. Take that across and mark off point K. Okay, there is point K over there. Next point that I need is point J. Let's find point J over here. Take that across. Take that up into the drawing. And there is point J over there. Right, I have got these points, which I can now link up over here, coming around, and that would be hidden detail. Right, once I've got those points in place, let me find the points on the other side. Let's just find those points. Let's go over here. I'll have a point over there. I'll have a point further down over there. Let's just find that. There it is. Let's just find that properly. Sorry, let's just use our brains here. All right, I've managed to find all the points now. Getting the hidden detail in there, showing that ellipse over there. I've got my apex over there. The last thing that you need to do is to take your ruler, slide it down until you just connect that ellipse over there. Hidden detail coming up here, and then a dark line coming out there. Same story over here. Line coming down, just touches the ellipse over there. Hidden detail coming out there, and then a dark line coming out there. And that is the drawing of the left view. If I'm looking across here, you can see that I'm not going to be able to see all of the ellipse because there's stuff in front of me. Right, that's the end.